It's now Tuesday morning, following the events of Sunday night. I thought it was appropriate to come out here and speak not only to the PWU fans, but the backroom staff and the roster as well. My name is Andi Thompson. For those of you who are new to us, over the last 18 months, you will have seen me running around the live shows, playing the music at the back of the room, fixing the ring, grabbing chairs. What you might not know is that for the last 4 years, I've been the COO, or in Northern Irish terms, the business manager of Pro Wrestling Ulster. What that basically means is that my responsibilities come with the live shows, coordinating the transport of the ring, organising the teams, the ring crew, making sure the training centre's running, looking after the money, booking shows, the venues for the shows. COO is not a title that I band about very often. You'll find it at the bottom of an email going to a venue, but I don't think I've ever used it in front of the PWU crowd. The reason for that is it's not about Andi Thompson COO, and it's not about Terry Thompson the chairman. It's about Pro Wrestling Ulster and what that means. When we speak to the fans, whether that's via Twitter, Facebook, here on YouTube, through Takedown TV, we speak as Pro Wrestling Ulster. We don't speak as ourselves. We speak as one unit. Pro Wrestling Ulster is about giving you guys the best live experience that we can possibly can. Not only to the best of our ability, to us, what we can afford to give you as well. We've not always had the greatest of venues, and we've not always had the greatest of production, but as soon as we could afford to do it, we put that money straight back in for you guys, so that you got a better experience, you could enjoy it more. What happened on Sunday night wasn't supposed to happen at all. We should be sitting here right now with a new champion. Tucker should be champion. What happened on Sunday night? I lost 2 friends on Sunday night is what happened on Sunday night. We didn't see it coming. When I put out the apology on Facebook last night, it was all that I could do. We don't know why. I don't know why. I've had no contact with anybody. I haven't seen or heard of the Pro Wrestling Ulster title since Sunday night. But we move forward and we overcome. We've had people leave us in the past, and we've replaced them. This one hurts a little bit. It hurts an awful lot. I'm not going to shy away from the fact that we've lost PW originals over the last 12 months, and that hurt. To be screwed by 2 people that I call my friends at a live show, it's not only unprofessional, it's underhand, it's despicable, it sickens me, it disgusts me. I'm not going to hide and say that Pro Wrestling Ulster has never had its problems. We have never let those problems affect our live show before. At this point, I'm going to personally apologise to everybody, backstage, the roster, the crowd. I feel somewhat personally responsible for this, because this should have been sorted out behind closed doors. I wasn't aware that it was as serious or as real as it has become. But we have a great resolve. We've overcome things in the past that you guys might not be aware of. There's times we've wrestled show to show, not knowing if we were going to have the next one, if we didn't make enough money. But we overcome. Pro Wrestling Ulster was born out of overcoming back in 2007, and you'll hear people say things like the demise of pro wrestling, or the demise of UCW, the rising from the ashes, and whatever you want to put on a poster or a story, a blog, a website. 3 guys saved a training academy, and that training academy went on to become a wrestling company, and it's that simple. JDP 101 and Terry T were sitting around a table and saved the UCW training academy. You add into the mix Andi Thompson and Tron, you've got the first 5 of Pro Wrestling Ulster. You add in roster guys, you add in book talent, you pick trainees and you step them up, and what you've got is the first Pro Wrestling Ulster show. We only did it to see if we could, to see if it would work. We didn't know if it was going to go any further. We had a hell of a good time in front of those 80 guys that showed up, those 80 fans that showed up for that first night in Malone Rugby Club. And it has not been an easy build. It has not been a fast, quick rise to success. It has been a slow, hard slog, and at times the doors have nearly closed. And people can comment what they want on this video. I mean, you can say it's a work, you can say Andi T's talking this, Andi T's talking that. I'm telling you the truth. At the end of 2011, we were 8 weeks behind on our rent on our training centre. We put on a show in Balmoral Hotel just to pay off that debt. We lost our training centre. We started 2012 with no home. We were storing our ring in an empty, disused house. We were back to wrestling on rubber mats on a concrete floor in a community centre. We'd stepped back 4 years in one swoop. There's different reasons for that. Attendance was down. We had plenty of numbers in the books, but non-attendance was a real issue, and the training centre just wasn't being paid for, and our live shows were having to subsidise that. But we got our fairy tale end of the year. We sold our show, we paid off our debts, we moved forward. We headed into 2012 with a smile on our face and walked out through the curtain of Balmoral Hotel one more time. You know, 2 years down the road from that, we can say, yeah, we've been successful. We've moved into a bigger venue with a Holiday Inn. We're selling out 300 people. We have Mandela Hall over 18s. We've been to Culture Night. We've moved outside of Belfast to Antrim, Corey and Ballycastle. We were doing it together, and we were doing it with guys who wanted to be there. We have faced off in the last 5 years against claims with solicitors, against a mutiny from within where our own guys told us we weren't good enough to even run the company, questioned our abilities, and we lost a lot of originals then. And guess what? We pulled ourselves together, we stood back up, we moved forward. We put our faith in new guys, new talent coming through. And we've done that again in the last 18 months when you've seen the likes of Rocky Star come through. You've got Luther Valentine hitting the scene, Carl McKeag making waves, you know. These guys didn't come out of thin air. They sent an email to a training school saying, I wanted to be a wrestler, and have dedicated themselves to this art, hitting the gym, putting the work in. And they deserve to be on the show. We've got awesome contacts in the south of Ireland, across the water in mainland UK. You've seen Damien O'Connor come to our shows. Phil the Thrill Boy come to our shows. Katie Harvey, Nikki Storm. You know, these names don't just drop out of a hat. This has been hard work to give you guys the best show that we possibly can. And we truly believe we are Northern Ireland's best live wrestling experience. We're not here to teach you a lesson in good or evil or any of that. We're not here to rip you off at the door or take your money and charge you for an autograph or a picture. And come to any of our shows, go out at the interval, you'll see all the wrestlers standing there at the side of the ring, willing to talk to the fans, willing to give a 5-year-old kid a memory he can walk home with. So he can wake up the next morning, head to school and go, you'll never guess what I did. And he can show his friends his pictures on his iPad or wherever he has them. You know, there's so many instances in in this society at this time where you go to circus, you're going to get ripped off. You want to go to Thunderland, you're going to get ripped off. It's £3 for a bottle of Coke. It's singing. This is not what Pro Wrestling Ulster's about. We're about putting on a wrestling show and making sure it's affordable for those kids that can get there, making sure that their parents aren't leaving with a bad taste in their mouth thinking they had to put more money into it than was really necessary. And more importantly, for £5 or £7 at the door, we're there not only to give you your money's worth, but to give you more than that. For you to walk away and feel that you were actually got a cheap night out. Wow. 2.5 hours non-stop for a £5. It absolutely sickens and disgusts me that two people I call my friends would actually do that in front of a live audience. Out of all the things that we've been through and all the hard times we've had, the one thing that's always made it worthwhile was coming home and knowing that you were doing a good job. You know, over the last sort of wee while, we've introduced social media. Twitter is a great one for the instant reactions to the live show. And I can tell you, you know, getting through the door at 2 AM after doing a show in Ballycastle, the one thing that keeps me going at the end of a 14-hour day. And that's right, folks, it's a 14-hour day for us to put a live show on in Ballycastle. And we do it because we love it. What makes it all worthwhile, it's not the money, it's not the entrance fee, it's not anything out there. It's coming back at the end of the night, walking through your door, sitting down, opening your laptop, and you've got a message there from a kid saying, thank you very much for a great night. And he's got a picture attached to that holding a tag title or holding a PWU title. In regards to Tucker, buddy, I want to say sorry. Really, truly sorry. You deserve to be champion. You should be champion. And we will do our best to get something sorted for June so that there is a title on the PWU show. The platinum ticket's going to go ahead, £5,000 and a title shot. There will be a defence. There will be a champion in Pro Wrestling Ulster. To all you guys on Twitter and Facebook who've been asking questions, I hope this answers the most of them. Is this reality? Yeah, this is reality. But it's not a faction, and it's not a storyline, and it's not anything that anybody sat down in a writing session to come up with. This is Andi Thompson sitting in his kitchen on a Tuesday morning telling you exactly how it is. What I ask now is that we draw a line under it and move on. When instances like this have happened in the past, we have not commented on them. We have not gone out there publicly to put anybody down. If you don't want to be with Pro Wrestling Ulster, we respect your decision to walk away. And thank you to anybody who has came up to us like a man, shook our hand, thanked us for their time and said they were moving on. They didn't stab us, not in the back, but right in the chest. Looked us in the eye when they were doing it and walked away. The only reason why this video is going on is because this happened on a PW live show. If this happened backstage, you would never have found out about it. It would have been undiscussed what would have happened. We would have started our June show and JDP would not have been there. JDP would not have been talked about. 101 would not be talked about. What we're facing now is explaining to you guys what's going on. And this isn't even an explanation. This is merely a reaction. We have a training centre full of guys willing to be trained, ready to perform for you. This is just a case of we need to promote 2 more trainers. We've just lost 2 more originals. That's all this is. There are 6 of us left. 6 PW originals left from 2007. 7 years on. The 20th of July, we are 7 years old. Terry Thompson, Andi Thompson, Tron, Magico, Sanchez, Tucker. 6 PWU originals left to train, to instill the message of Pro Wrestling Ulster, to put our values on them, so when they step through the curtain in front of you guys, they know exactly what they need to do, and that is merely give you the best night's entertainment they can, put on the best performance they can. I don't know where PWU Championship lies. It may be a case that it's gone. If we can get it back, we can get it back. If not, we'll get something sorted. Don't worry about that. But for now, I hope this answers questions. We will not be commenting any further. We look forward to seeing you all in June at the Holiday Inn. In the meantime, please keep liking us on Facebook, following us on Twitter. Your support means so much to all of us. Please come out, buy your tickets at Fresh Garbage, come out to the live show at the end of June. We promise you we'll have a great show for you. And this is hopefully not going to leave a bad taste in your mouth in regards to Pro Wrestling Ulster. We hope you enjoyed your night anyway. Again, sorry that issues behind the scenes caused you not to get your full night's entertainment. We'll be back, and we're going to get stronger. We're going to have bigger guys on our shows. We're going to be the best, and that's all we've ever set out to be. Be the best that we can be. We're not in here to compete with anybody else. We're competing with ourselves. As long as our next live show is better than the last one, and we're always improving, that's all that matters. So thank you very much for your time. We will be keeping you up to date on Facebook and Twitter as always. There's going to be competitions coming out. So for now, again, thank you. I'm Andi T. Pro Wrestling Ulster will always be keeping it real. Thank you so much.